Lucian. Perhaps the peel of the tidal wave could be arguably more team fight value, but I kind of like the idea of just sending Jarvan in with Shockwave and then also having an additional knock-up.
Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still Yunara. And by the way, Canyon coming down here quick. Level 4 is going to find Owner and goes immediately in. The Xin Zhao loves to go for the trades, but Guma and Keria are quicker on the play, and Canyon's getting burst down, and down he goes. First blood given over to the Lucian of all champions, as now the flash comes in. Double flash away by Gen.G. Looking for a bit more. The double buff here on Guma as well. Wants a little bit more, wants to take down Ruler, but it's not quite going to happen.
And not quite off the ground.
Like if the Ambessa was able to get something going, if the Galio, you know, who does look to be going a bit tankier, which makes sense with the Ambessa and the Yunara, but yeah, if they all fall behind, which at this point, you know, the top lane is okay. Like maybe Keen's got an angle, but yeah, this bottom lane is bleeding big time, and T1 got the first dragon as well, which is Infernal. If Gen.G's mental is doing okay, that's kind of the first thing I always like to check in on. Obviously, okay, looking for this. Guma going in alone. Big mistake here. He will immediately be punished as Barrier comes through as well. Just wasted, gives the kill over to Ruler, who is now right back in the game.
I mean, a flop like that, that's all you need. Keria was not anywhere nearby.
Trying to make a play in top lane. Doran all by himself. Thought he was safe with his team taking the grubs nearby. He is actually going to live as they continue to go in on the Doran, who's going to touch the wind, becomes lightning. The damage, though, not quite enough to take down Canyon. But with red buff, I think eventually they get the job done. Meanwhile, Faker. Remember the early game of game number 1 was very much, you know, T1 was dominating all the lanes. They got a lot of incremental leads from there. They were able to take some big objectives, and it kind of just flew by in an instant. This game much closer. While in the fight, as we do see that Ruler has to back away immediately. Bit of damage did come in. Ruler wasn't really in trouble, but they don't have their recon anymore. Now Ruler in a bit of trouble, but they go down the Guma and burst him down. Canyon says, now it's my time to get it done. Owner desperate for the kill on Aduro. They just can't get this dang recon, and it's going to be a double kill here for the Xin Zhao. Meanwhile, Faker getting bullied in mid by Keen of all people, who has ganked, and Faker just did not expect that.
Okay, big catch here onto Canyon. I don't know if it's enough, though, and in fact, Doran in trouble.
Who's getting caught this time? It's not going to be Canyon. Picks up 2 kills, and the Genji fans are losing it right now.
Oh, I thought you guys were having some trouble down.
We're going to have to look at this top fight. Doran's in a lot of trouble. He's trying to run to his jungler. I think Keen should sniff this one out, but he's still going to go in, gets the kill. As now Redemption is coming down here. Gonna help out the side of T1, as going to miss a bunch here onto Keen. He's still going in. Owner doesn't quite have the damage, gonna miss the flag and drag. Back in goes Keen, not scared of these guys, takes him down again, and meanwhile in mid, Guma's just dead as well. And this time it's Gen.G's turn to just absolutely Harlem Globetrotter.
I mean, Faker, where
all
you
over
going?
the rift. Faker doesn't know where he's going, he's lost.
Well, Canyon decides he doesn't want to trade flashes and wants to get a dragon. Faker's just trying to pull him off the dragon, I suppose.
Oh, boy.
Chemtech soul, so we didn't high roll, but it's not a double dragon anyways. So if game 1 was Harlem Globetrotters, maybe game 2 is a little bit of a rehearsal. You know, maybe some of the bugs need to be worked out. I don't know what to say in this one. Maybe Yunara is broken by somebody count that.
All of them. Oh, we're doing it again. This time it's actually T1 trying to take down Keen, as they have tried many times before.
Another redemption.
Keen lives. Owner's going in. Big shockwave is going to catch 2. As Keen, they finally did it. They finally got him. And at the end of the day, it takes Guma and Keria to come over here and zone Canyon away, but Gen.G are winning everywhere.
Yeah, Chovy gets a whole turret bottom side. They already had feats of strength. It'll be his 2nd turret he picks up this game. And they're going to get the Herald as well. You know, we were talking about how like it almost was over. Like, oh man, Guma has such a lead. All they have to do is not mess it up.
Immediately caster curse.
Yeah. And even though it looks like we're heading to game 3, yeah, Sundered Sky's pretty good. Yunara also.
Are they trying to kill
good.
Keen again?
Yeah, and guess who's here? Keen's best companion.
Really trying to kill Keen, and I think this time they did it. The damage is there. He's not able to get all the different dashes and procs and all the fun stuff, so
Maybe at least force him off of it.
Objective bounties already.
Yeah.
17 minutes in.
But I mean, Chovy gets a turret in exchange, and sure, the bounty makes it a trade up for T1, but are you really gaining that much? I mean, they don't even get the turret yet, in fact.
Yeah, it's just a little bit.
A TP.
I feel like the bigger issue is that, you know,
Bye.
Are they still there?
I think yes.
Yes. They're still there. They're absolutely still there. TP's even Guma's here. He's just able to come in. That's 2 kills and maybe 3. Oh no, Gen.G, what's going on here? Is now trying to ult away. He actually will be able to. Nicely done by Chovy to make the best of a bad situation.
That should finally be the turret for T1 in the bottom lane.
This game is just wild.
Yeah, I want all T1 Genji Game 2's wild ride.
A robot, he would have stopped that. Sometimes I think he is based on what I see, but yeah, now I know it's not true.
Can we kill Keen an additional time?
I mean, the damage from Doran is actually pretty legitimate at this point, as now it's going to be the flash out. Owner getting sped up, but they say, okay, we'll just take the turret instead. Meanwhile, the Drake is going to go over to Gen.G, so they get that first Chemtech Drake.
So right now, I want to remind everyone, because T1's had a few wins in a row, that's still a 4,000 gold lead. And Herald is crashing, starting to threaten these inner turrets. I mean, this is the kind of control Gen.G has right now, and Ruler is ready to fight. He is ready to press R.
Oh, speaking of which, Keen immediately finds the backline. Faker in a ton of trouble, has to just flash out of their Owner. He's the sacrifice for the rest of the team. Doran gonna get charmed up. Keen actually gonna go down though. Did Gen.G push too far? Bit of burst damage does come out, but Ruler a bit low. Chovy looking for the turn. Chovy, he's got the angle, but everybody tries to flash away. They only get the Nami. Still, it's going to be a pick as they look for Faker as well. Canyon on the backside here. Faker just going forward. Knows he's dead. And Gen.G find 2 more.
It looked scary for a moment. Cannot catch Ruler. Faker tried, because this is just going to be Otacon. All of that bottom side pressure was putting deep vision into the jungle, forcing a fight that T1 didn't want to take because Otacon was spawning. Had spawned and now is in the hands of Gen.G. Because I was a little bit skeptical. By the way, Ruler was like the only one who's like, this champ owns in lane, by the way. Everyone else is kind of like, it's a little situational. And then Ruler had to play into the Lucian Nami, got owned, but then he's where she's had the most success outside of the 2v2, right? Like, he could just walk up on Guma and be like, all right, you can't out-damage me. By the way, you're running Electrocute. That was really cool in the first few minutes of the game, but not going to be enough damage to kill me. Got a barrier, right? Like, he got the barrier in the last big skirmish that happened around the blue buff, but on spawn, Gen.G gonna look for this Baron. Chovy has ult, can be there in a moment's notice. Faker has TP as well, but they have that one sneaky ward. I mean, that's the best you can really say about T1's position here.
They're gonna look for Ruler. I think they're gonna try to wombo Ruler, but I don't know if they can. Meanwhile, the turn is coming in from the side of Gen.G. They want to just go for the fight here. Meanwhile, Faker's gonna go down. Not even sure what happened to him as he just kind of got killed. Got Mortal Reminder finished here for Guma. Some more crit on the side of Yunara, hiding on bush once again, but Chovy the tank is the one that checks the brush, and that's what you want. The charm comes in on Doran, and he is just evaporated. Keen once more, gonna go in on it 4, as now we've got the follow-up from the Galio that's gonna keep him alive, although I don't think they need to continue in, but now Ruler finds his angle, just presses forward, and there's nothing that they can do, as the Yunara just rips them to shreds, picks up 2 kills, and Gen.G have this one in the bag.
Yeah. And then this Yunara, we're like, I don't know if she's gonna get off the ground. Like, she's got a Cole. You know, Cole Doran's blade. He's got a pickaxe. There's just no way.
Like, out and out, absorbing damage until everything had been used, and then Yunara gets her chance, and it's just GG. Owner. Yeah, you're gonna get Mega Cone engaged on. Make it kill number 10 for Ruler. And looking for even more, as Canyon will pick up a 6th kill of his own.
I do like how you mentioned how well that was played by Gen.G that last fight we had in the replay, because basically T1 were backwards leapfrogging to try to maybe jump on Yunara, but it couldn't happen as Faker is just...
Yeah, well, he's going to be kited out and killed. The 7th kill goes over to Canyon. Man, these games, Ruler's just running at him, eating a culling to the face, doesn't care at all. And yeah, the game is over. Game 1 was extremely one-sided to T1. This one is the same one-sided to Gen.G. Yeah, there was like that 5 minutes that T1 had, and then it was just over. And we're going to a game 3. Our wishes come true.
Here we go, game 3, 30 minutes here, almost on the dot. T1 routed.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.